Hey dummy, wake up. Wake up, normie. God, I'm so tired of your shit. Do you even know Elder Scrolls lore, bro? Of course you don't, because you're a fucking normie. That's it, I'm so tired of your existence that I'm going to have to change you myself. Now you sit in that chair, and you listen up. I'm going to inform you about the brilliance of Elder Scrolls now. Sniff. I can't believe you go on with your life only containing surface-level basic bitch shit. You're just like a girl. A stereotypical white girl, Starbucks coffee-drinking TikTok using cunt. Damn. Now you listen here, and you listen good. Okay. The fact that Altmer used impossible math, belief, mirrors, temporal manipulation, sunlight, and possibly a giant bird to travel the void of oblivion. Or that the Imperials genetically engineered giant moths with ziggurats on top to fly through the infinite space of oblivion to colonize one of the moons. Or the fact that the Imperials also use moths to tap into the vibrations of the universe and read enigmatic texts that may or may not be the scales of the snake-shaped God, primordial personified force of space-time, the literal blueprints of the universe, uncountable magical fortune cookie notes, or the magic light god's dead kids. Also, the whole Annuet is kind of weird when you think about it, plus some bonuses, a bunch of sentient trees that worship the embodiment of change and or nothingness from a destroyed world that fell to this one bioengineered some lizards to protect them, and they made them shaped like other beings that survived a different world destruction, possibly to protect their creations from wholesale genocide, or to store their sap in their creations' scaly bosoms. They once got scared, so they called most of their lizards back to their lands to pump them full of so much crazy sap that the lizards charged into hell and made the demons so scared that they stopped their invasion and closed the portals to Treeland. One race can be born as a short guy with pointy ears or a 14-foot-tall tiger that cats of a bunch or other, shapes, sizes, and degrees of catness ride into battle. Also, most of them get literally high off sugar. Sometimes part of religious rituals, sometimes to keep track of time when it gets broken, sometimes for fun. Some other people can scream or sing or dance to change the universe. Sometimes they split atoms and destroy a continent and are forced to flee into a future alternate timeline. Sometimes they watch god ghosts fight each other and learn how to shake a big dragon with their shouts. This reverses the aging process because dragons are just giant sapient time machines. Also, that dancing thing was because this monkey guy was pissed off at some elves for using magic to mutilate humans to make them living torture art. So his followers tried to erase all elfness from one of the shards of a big, dead dragon god planet, and they ended up breaking linear time for 1,008 years. Once a guy and his friends murdered their other friend, and he felt so bad that he looked into the eyes of the god that dreamed up the universe and told him that he exists. This resulted in the guy tricking the universe into believing he didn't kill his friend, even though a good portion of his people know he did. One of the other guys that committed that murder became a recluse and made cyborgs all day, and also tried to fix the half-finished planet that everyone lives on, until the third murderer killed him because she went crazy. It's okay though, because the reincarnation of the murdered guy killed her back. Also, they were all gods that sucked up god juice from the still beating heart of the god that convinced some other gods into losing their immortality to create the world. One god either went crazy or got corrupted by another god and split himself or shat himself out to make a new god. What's the matter? You can't take it anymore. Too bad. You remind me of those Skyrim smooth brains that never left Helgen. Don't make me slap you, you fucking backseat gaming Redditor. I'm so tired of your shit. Sigh. Now, where was I? Some crazy, literal bastard started worshiping the god demon of destruction and used a razor-shaped part of it to change his soul so he could be a proto-elf with knowledge of the magic they used back when everyone was an immortal concept spirit instead of the kind of elf that can't eat plants, has leaders that literally change with the whims of their people, talk to trees to learn stories from the future, and turn into eldritch monsters when they get really upset. Anyway, another literal bastard whose dad was killed by the elf got some guy to get artifacts of immense power to open a portal to kill the elf. He then went on to smash the combined blood of the space and time gods, who normally hate each other, but gave their blood to this slave leader that had a gay, genocidal cyborg from the future, allegedly, and her winged minotaur god boyfriend to exterminate her captors, to reinforce the barrier between hell void space and the mortal realm. Then a dragon in a mortal body killed another aspect of the big dragon god, and also a vampire that tried to blot out the sun, and the first dragon in a human body that conspired with the knowledge demon to dominate the world. And those trees I mentioned way up there, they're going to get into a space war with some girl dragons in the distant future, so there's that. Also, a bunch of other stuff involving thinking yourself out of reality or becoming robot skin. The fact that if enough people believe something, it becomes real, which is how every culture has very similar gods with similar names, which have basically been carved out of bigger versions of themselves. And how could I have forgotten about the dream sleeve, the state of being, plane of existence, series of tubes, where powerful people share ideas and where souls go if they don't get one of the at least 24 afterlives, so they can get the half of their soul that stores memories, emotions, and consciousness scrubbed so that they might be good enough to break out of the dream of the universe that imprisons them. Also, every rock, grain of sand, plant, the air, gravity, inertia, entropy, animals, the water cycle, physics and physical objects in general, the world. All rotting carcasses of God concept spirits who were either too weak, scared to die, or generous to their fellows to leave when the world was being made. Ugh, whatever I'm done, I'll untie you now. You can go, but just play a good game for once in your life, and not something like Fortnite for the 3,280,458,600 ton time. Once I see your face again, you better not be lacking Ka.